Unveiling the Mysteries of Motivation, From Myths to Science. Chapter 1: The Enigma of Motivation. Intriguing Beginnings. In the dim light of human history, motivation has always cast its enigmatic shadow. What drives us? Is it fame, fortune, or something deeper? In this chapter, we embark on a journey to unravel the ancient myths that have shrouded motivation, seeking to understand the very essence of what compels us to act. Since the dawn of time, humans have marveled at the forces that propel us forward, whether it be in pursuit of survival, achievement, or enlightenment. The myths woven through cultures across the globe have attempted to explain these invisible yet palpable forces. From the epic tales of gods and heroes to the folklore whispered around communal fires, motivation has been central to the stories we tell ourselves. In the labyrinth of ancient civilizations, where gods meddled in the affairs of mortals and destinies were written in the stars, motivation often took the form of divine intervention. The hero's journey, a recurring motif in myths, encapsulated the essence of motivation: an inner call to adventure, the trials that tested resolve, and the ultimate conquest of a prized goal. But was it truly the whims of gods that drove these narratives, or something more intrinsic to human nature? As we navigate through the landscapes of these tales, we encounter a mosaic of motivations. Love, vengeance, glory, and curiosity intertwine to form the threads of these stories. Yet, amid the richness of these narratives, myths have also propagated misconceptions, ideas that, though captivating, do not withstand the scrutiny of scientific inquiry. One such myth is the idea that motivation is a finite wellspring, a source that can be exhausted with use. The analogy of a willpower warrior armed with a limited supply of determination has been passed down through generations. But does our motivation truly drain away with each decision we make? Emerging scientific research suggests a more nuanced truth, one that considers the interplay of physiological, psychological, and environmental factors. As we delve deeper, another myth emerges from the shadows: the allure of external rewards. The image of a dangling carrot tempting a steadfast donkey has been used to illustrate the power of rewards in motivating action. Yet, modern psychology and behavioral economics have shown that the relationship between rewards and sustained motivation is far from straightforward. Intrinsic motivation, driven by personal passion and fulfillment, often trumps the short-lived effects of extrinsic incentives. As our journey unfolds, we confront the prodigy myth, a belief in the existence of individuals born with innate genius. Legends of Mozart composing symphonies as a child, or Einstein unraveling the fabric of the universe in his youth, have perpetuated the idea of effortless brilliance. However, a closer look at the lives of these luminaries reveals untold stories of relentless practice, mentorship, and the resilience that fueled their exceptional achievements. From the pages of history, we move to the modern world, where the myth of overnight success beckons with its intoxicating promise. Social media feeds are awash with tales of individuals who seemingly ascend to fame and fortune in the blink of an eye. Yet, the truth lies in the countless hours of toil, failures, and setbacks that pave the way for the triumphs. The path to achievement is a winding one, marked by perseverance and the ability to learn from adversity. With the myth-shattering sword of knowledge in hand, we approach the realm of motivation as a social construct. The image of the solitary genius, toiling away in isolation, crumbles in the face of research that underscores the impact of community and connection on our drive. Whether it's the camaraderie of a team, the support of loved ones, or the shared sense of purpose in a community, motivation is often woven into the fabric of our relationships. As we continue our exploration, we confront the myth of fearlessness, the notion that true motivation springs from a place untouched by doubt or trepidation. Yet, the stories of those who have achieved remarkable feats often reveal a different truth. It's not the absence of fear, but the courage to act in its presence, that propels us toward our goals. Understanding the role of fear and learning to harness its energy become essential tools on our journey of motivation. The path to uncovering the science of motivation is not without its challenges. Habits, both beneficial and detrimental, hold us in their sway. The myth that habits can be broken through sheer willpower clashes with the science of habit formation. Neurological pathways and behavioral triggers reveal a more complex mechanism, one that requires deliberate strategies to rewire our actions. As our narrative arc draws to a close, we find ourselves standing at a crossroads of understanding. The myths that once colored our perceptions have been laid bare, revealing the intricate tapestry of motivations that drive us. From the echoes of ancient stories to the revelations of modern science, we have gleaned insights that empower us to navigate the terrain of motivation with clarity and purpose. But this is not the end of our tale. Armed with the wisdom of ages and the revelations of research, we step forward into a new chapter, a chapter where we become the authors of our motivational narratives. With the myths dispelled and the science embraced, we are poised to wield motivation as a tool of transformation, crafting our destinies with intention, perseverance, and the indomitable fire of purpose. Chapter 2: The Myth of the Willpower Warrior. Conquering self-control. In the annals of motivation, the figure of the willpower warrior has stood as a symbol of unyielding determination. From ancient tales of discipline to modern-day narratives of triumph over temptation, the notion of an indomitable will has captured human imagination. Yet, as we peel back the layers of this myth, a more complex truth emerges, one that challenges the simplistic idea of willpower as an infinite reservoir. Throughout history, stories of self-control have been revered, often involving characters who resist the siren call of desire for the sake of higher ideals. Legends of ascetics braving the wilderness or philosophers forsaking material wealth to seek wisdom are woven into the fabric of many cultures. These stories paint willpower as an all-powerful force that transcends human limitations. But beneath the surface, the reality is far from absolute. The concept of ego depletion, a cornerstone in the understanding of self-control, disrupts the myth of the limitless willpower warrior. Ego depletion posits that self-control draws from a finite resource, much like a muscle that tires with exertion. This revelation challenges the heroic narrative of those who seemingly possess unwavering will, suggesting that even the strongest among us face limitations in their ability to resist temptation. As we journey through scientific research, the complexity of self-control becomes evident. The myth of the willpower warrior fails to account for the intricate interplay of physiological, psychological, and environmental factors that shape our ability to make disciplined choices. Hunger, stress, and even the mere act of decision-making can deplete our self-control reserves, exposing the fragility of the myth. Behavioral economics, too, casts doubt on the notion of willpower as an impervious shield against impulses. The power of nudges and defaults shows that our decisions can be influenced by subtle changes in our environment. The willpower warrior, though formidable, is susceptible to the currents of context, a revelation that reshapes our understanding of choice architecture. Emerging from the ashes of the myth, a more compassionate perspective on self-control takes shape. The concept of self-regulation acknowledges that willpower is not an all-or-nothing attribute possessed by a select few. Instead, it is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. Techniques such as setting specific goals, managing temptations, and practicing mindfulness offer a toolkit for those seeking to enhance their self-control. In the realm of motivation, the path of the willpower warrior is not a solitary one. Social support and accountability play pivotal roles in sustaining self-control efforts. The myth of rugged individualism gives way to a narrative of shared aspirations, where communities bolster each other in the face of challenges. By leaning on others for encouragement and guidance, individuals can navigate the treacherous terrain of self-control with greater resilience. The myth of the willpower warrior has captivated generations, offering a tantalizing vision of unwavering discipline. Yet, the science of self-control paints a more nuanced picture, one that recognizes the finite nature of willpower and the dynamic interplay of internal and external factors. As we leave behind the simplistic myth, we step into a realm of empowerment. We embrace self-control as a skill to be cultivated, a journey of growth that acknowledges our limitations while celebrating our potential for transformation. In the shadow of the willpower warrior's myth, we find not defeat, but a call to action. Armed with knowledge, armed with strategies, we embark on a quest to conquer our impulses and forge a path of intentionality. The heroism lies not in an impervious will, but in the resilience to persevere, in the courage to seek support, and in the determination to navigate the ebb and flow of self-control. Chapter 3: The Seductive Allure of External Rewards. Beyond the golden carrot. Throughout human history, the concept of rewards has woven its threads into the fabric of motivation. From tales of kings bestowing treasures upon valiant knights to the promise of gold at the end of a rainbow, the allure of external rewards has been a recurring motif. This chapter delves into the myth of the golden carrot, the belief that tangible incentives are the key to sustained motivation, and explores the intricate relationship between external rewards and the deeper wellsprings of drive. The myth of external rewards has a long lineage, stretching back to ancient civilizations where trophies, titles, and tributes were bestowed upon those who achieved greatness. In modern times, this concept has evolved into intricate systems of incentives, from grades and bonuses to likes and retweets. The notion that rewards are potent drivers of behavior has permeated our culture, shaping how we approach education, work, and even personal pursuits. Behavioral psychology has illuminated the complexities of the reward system, challenging the oversimplified view that external incentives are universally effective motivators. The phenomenon known as the overjustification effect unveils a paradoxical truth. The introduction of extrinsic rewards can sometimes undermine intrinsic motivation. Activities that were once enjoyed for their inherent satisfaction can become perceived as mere means to an end, diminishing the joy derived from them. The psychological concept of self-determination theory, SDT, offers an alternative perspective on motivation, one that challenges the dominion of external rewards. SDT proposes that motivation thrives when three innate psychological needs are fulfilled: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. While external rewards can satisfy these needs to some extent, they often pale in comparison to the fulfillment that comes from pursuing activities for the sheer joy of mastery and connection. In the modern landscape, the workplace stands as a testing ground for the clash between external rewards and intrinsic motivation. The myth that monetary incentives are the primary drivers of productivity is dissected through the lens of research and case studies. While financial rewards have their place, the satisfaction derived from meaningful work, a sense of autonomy, and the camaraderie of a supportive community emerge as formidable forces in sustaining motivation. The path forward involves a delicate dance between external rewards and intrinsic motivation. The myth-busting revelation lies in recognizing that rewards, when used strategically, can complement rather than replace the inherent joy of accomplishment. By aligning incentives with personal values and providing autonomy in goal pursuit, organizations can create an environment where external rewards amplify rather than overshadow intrinsic motivation. As we traverse the landscapes of external rewards, we encounter the realms of education and parenting. The myth that sticker charts and gold stars are the keys to learning is challenged by insights from educational psychology. The role of autonomy, mastery, and purpose takes center stage, offering a more holistic approach to nurturing intrinsic motivation in students and children. The journey of self-discovery and transformation calls for a recalibration of our understanding of rewards. The seductive allure of the golden carrot remains, but it is accompanied by the understanding that the true treasures of motivation lie within. By fostering autonomy, by cultivating mastery, and by nurturing a sense of purpose, we can navigate the landscape of motivation with a newfound perspective, one that honors the delicate balance between external incentives and the timeless call of intrinsic passion. In the quest to rewrite our motivational narratives, we step away from the myth of rewards as the sole architects of our actions. We embrace the harmony between the extrinsic and the intrinsic, recognizing that while rewards can illuminate the path, the fire of motivation burns brightest when stoked by the flames of genuine interest, personal growth, and the fulfillment that springs from the depths of our being. Chapter 4: The Prodigy Myth, Unraveling the Mystique of Genius. Genius at heart. In the tapestry of human history, the figure of the prodigy has cast a spell of fascination and wonder. From the tales of child prodigies composing symphonies to mathematical geniuses unraveling the secrets of the universe, the notion of innate brilliance has captured our imagination. Yet, as we delve into the myth of prodigious genius, we uncover a more intricate story, one that challenges the simplistic narrative of effortless greatness and reveals the relentless dedication that underpins exceptional achievement. The myth of prodigious genius has woven its threads throughout cultures and epochs. From ancient myths of divinely inspired beings to the modern fascination with overnight sensations, the belief in innate, unexplainable genius persists. However, as we peer beyond the surface, we uncover a truth that is far less glamorous but infinitely more empowering. Emerging from the shadows of legend are stories of perseverance, practice, and the unwavering commitment that weaves the fabric of genius. The lives of luminaries such as Mozart and Picasso reveal a relentless pursuit of mastery, often beginning in childhood. Behind the facade of innate brilliance lies a tale of countless hours honing their craft, experimenting, failing, and learning. The concept of deliberate practice shines a light on the myth of effortless genius. The idea that 10,000 hours of focused, intentional practice are required to achieve mastery disrupts the notion of raw talent as the sole driver of greatness. The path to genius is paved not by some innate gift, but by the consistent, deliberate effort to push the boundaries of one's capabilities. The myth also clashes with the concept of growth mindset, a belief in the potential for growth and development in any area. Contrary to the idea of fixed, innate abilities, a growth mindset emphasizes the power of effort and resilience in cultivating skills. Through a series of case studies and real-life examples, we witness the transformation that occurs when individuals embrace the idea that their potential is not predetermined. The landscape of education is often shaped by the prodigy myth, as the emphasis on innate brilliance can lead to a fixed mindset and an aversion to challenge. By fostering a culture that praises effort, curiosity, and perseverance, educators can debunk the myth of genius and create an environment where every student is empowered to reach their fullest potential. As we journey through the lives of those celebrated as prodigies, a new narrative emerges, a narrative of grit, dedication, and the recognition that the road to genius is paved with setbacks and struggles. The myth of effortless brilliance crumbles, revealing a more authentic and inspiring story of human achievement. By embracing the essence of this revelation, we rewrite our own stories of potential and possibility. The myth of prodigious genius no longer looms as an unattainable standard but becomes a call to action, a reminder that greatness is a journey, not a destination. Armed with a growth mindset, fueled by deliberate practice, and fortified by the understanding that genius is forged through effort, we embark on our own quests to surpass our limitations and achieve remarkable heights. Chapter 5: Passion's Triumph Over Perfectionism. Embracing the flaws. In the realm of human aspirations, the pursuit of perfection has long held sway. From ancient legends of flawless gods to modern narratives of impeccable achievement, the myth of perfectionism has cast a captivating spell. Yet, as we venture into the depths of this myth, we unveil a truth that challenges the pursuit of flawlessness and celebrates the power of passion and authenticity. Perfectionism, with its alluring promise of excellence, has woven its tendrils through cultures and generations. the idea of reaching unattainable heights of flawlessness in every endeavor can become a tyrannical force that stifles creativity and saps the joy from even the most promising pursuits. As we deconstruct this myth, a new story emerges, one that values growth, learning, and the beauty found within imperfections. The pressure to be perfect can manifest as a double-edged sword. On one hand, it drives us to excel and reach for our highest potential. On the other, it can lead to paralyzing fear of failure and a tendency to procrastinate. As we navigate the psychological terrain of perfectionism, we uncover the complex interplay of standards and self-worth, recognizing that the myth of flawlessness often comes at a cost. The concept of growth mindset illuminates the path toward passion's triumph over perfectionism. Embracing a growth mindset means recognizing that our abilities are not fixed, but can be developed through effort and learning. This shift in perspective challenges the rigidity of perfectionism and invites us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. The narrative of iconic creators, from artists to inventors, unveils a hidden truth: imperfections are often the birthplace of innovation. The myth of the perfectly executed first attempt crumbles as we witness the evolution of masterpieces, often born from iterations, failures, and the willingness to embrace mistakes. From the sketchbook of a painter to the laboratory of a scientist, the journey toward greatness is marked by a trail of imperfect experiments. Perfectionism's shadow often extends to relationships and well-being. The myth that we must present ourselves as flawless can breed anxiety, loneliness, and the suppression of vulnerability. The antidote lies in the power of authenticity, the ability to connect on a deeper level by embracing our imperfections and sharing our stories of struggle. By letting go of the myth of invulnerability, we cultivate bonds that are authentic, meaningful, and deeply enriching. The education landscape, too, bears the mark of the perfectionism myth. Striving for top marks at all costs can lead to stress, burnout, and a shallow pursuit of knowledge for the sake of validation. Educators, armed with the knowledge of growth mindset and the value of effort, can foster an environment that encourages exploration, curiosity, and the joy of learning. As we navigate the myth of perfectionism, we confront a choice to relinquish the quest for flawlessness and embrace the imperfect beauty of being human. By infusing our endeavors with passion, curiosity, and the courage to try, fail, and learn, we set forth on a path that celebrates the journey, not just the destination. Passion's triumph over perfectionism is a tale of authenticity, a story that unfolds as we recognize the value of our imperfections, the power of vulnerability, and the beauty of growth. With each step, we cast off the shackles of the myth, embracing a new narrative where the pursuit of excellence is intertwined with the joy of embracing our true selves.